Hey guys, how's it going everybody? My name's Blitzwinger, and ladies and gents, you have put out a challenge for me, and I thought to myself, you know what? Challenge accepted. Now I know what you're wondering, like what the heck was the challenge? Could you get to that maybe possibly? That'd be kind of good. Yes, I certainly can, because that's what we're doing here today. So the challenge is quite simple. With Avengers Endgame just a handful of weeks away, I think at this point it's like, what, a little over 4 weeks away, I am super duper excited for the movie, and the challenge is to go on ahead and try to design some of those costumes from Avengers Endgame. So the first one that we're going to try to design is going to be, of course, by the way, we are using Lego Marvel Super Heroes 2 because that is the most recent Lego Marvel game, therefore it has the most accurate pieces and the best customizer out of all the Lego Marvel games so far, so that should be very, very, very good as far as being able to get an accurate design done. But the other selection for today was not only which game we're going to use, but also, of course, which character we're going to start with. So I decided to go ahead and get started with the character that I personally like the most from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that would obviously be Iron Man. So we're going to try our very best to design an Iron Man equivalent in the new movie. Now, again, I do want to clarify this, that we're going for those kind of, I guess they're like red, white, and black kind of time-traveling costumes or whatever they're supposed to be. So that's kind of the design we're going for. I just want to clarify that because I know some people are going to be wondering, like, what design are you actually going for? Because I know that there were images revealed of the Hulk in one of those suits, and he was actually in like a purplish outfit. So obviously that design was substantially different than what we're going for. But the point here is that we're going to try our very best to replicate that cool kind of futuristic spacesuit design. And if you guys like this Iron Man take, of course, you can always hit that like button down in the video below, and then let me know if you want to see any other characters designed in a similar way. Like, would you want to see a Thor design? Would you want to see Black Widow or Nebula or Captain Marvel or anybody like that from the Endgame movie? So let me know down in the comment section below. So with that in mind, let's get rocking and let's get rolling here for today. And I guess some of the easier things are gonna be, I wonder if it's under, is it under Iron Man or is it under Tony Stark? It's probably under Tony Stark, I would imagine, right? It has to be. Because after all, the face is actually Tony's, right? So, whoops, there we go. Okay, so we'll go with Tony Stark. And then the helmet is also, again, easy because it's just Iron Man's helmet. Now, we actually do have a... Wait, what? You can have the beard with the helmet? That's actually kind of funny. That is pretty hilarious. I'm actually trying to decide here. Yeah, I guess we'll go with the kind of metallic finish just so it's a bit more accurate. Then we need to remove the neck piece. I wonder if you can have like a... Wait, what? This is hilarious. I actually never knew that you could do this. This is kind of cool, actually, you know? Because you can kind of like extend the design of different helmets and such using the neck pieces. That's pretty cool. That is actually really cool. Good to know. Good to know that we could come up with cool looks like that, for example, with the mask and everything. So we just literally discovered something brand new for the game. All right, so we have the face figured out. That was easy. I definitely had no concerns about that because, well, it's pretty much the exact same thing as we've seen before. Now, for the hands... It's going to be a little bit tougher because the inside of the suits are black and the outside of the suits are red and white. So we'll see. I guess it really depends on what we end up using for the arms and such. So I guess let's take a look at the arms and what pieces are available there. So we're mostly looking for something that is going to be, again, the interior is black, the exterior is white, and then the highlights of red. So that's kind of the predominant colors we're looking for. Unfortunately, I don't think there's even one set of arms in the Lego games that have the interior of the arm in one color. They usually are split more like this, like the top half of the arm is one color and then the bottom half is another. So that's probably what we're going to need to settle on, but we'll see. I guess the main idea here is that we're looking for something that is going to be predominantly that is going to be predominantly black and white and then highlights of red. So that's kind of the overall look that we're searching for. And hopefully we can come up with something that is at least relatively close to that. Okay, and it's already definitely obvious that this is not going to be easy. And those are two silver. Maybe... I don't know. I kind of like this look because it has the red, it has silver, not white, but at least it has kind of the three main colors we're going for. Because outside of that, I don't think I spotted anything that had all three of those colors, which, well, maybe this. Okay, that's actually kind of an interesting look because it looks very futuristic. The blue is really kind of frustrating because if it wasn't there, that'd be great. But that might be actually even... Ooh, what about this? Huh. Now that's an interesting option. There is no red, which is unfortunate, but that does look pretty cool too. And again, this is why I said if you guys want to see another custom, let me know, because I definitely could see us attempting some different looks, you know, with different sets of arms and such. But I think I'm going to go with the silver mane arms for this one. It's interesting because the character is called Silver Mane, but the arms, I think they look white. Like, they don't look... The only thing is, there's not enough black on that one, so it's not... It's frustrating, because you see the outside of the suit should be predominantly white like that, but the inside needs to break it up a little bit, and that's annoying. I'm almost thinking maybe because of that to go with this one. So we'd be sacrificing the red, but what we could do is to bring a little bit of that red into the design is maybe then do the gloves in red. You know? But I think the white gloves probably will be more accurate. Okay, we'll try that, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, we'll save the body for last because I'm probably most certain that that will be the most difficult aspect of this. Is trying to figure out the torso piece. What about those? No, that's too much blue on that. But we don't want something, again, predominantly white, red, and black. That's kind of the design. If these boots were white, we probably could have used something like that. That would have been nice. Man, if there's just a little bit... Like, if you could just have a little bit of highlights on the interior here with white, that would be great, too. The Ant-Man leg pieces would be really, really good for that one. Okay, let's see. We're just gonna... Ooh, what about... Nah. It's not gonna work. Okay... Continuing to scroll. Obviously, this is the moments where I wish you could recolor pieces like you do in Lego DC. Like, if we could take even just the Iron Man legs, maybe even these ones, for example, and just do a little bit of recoloring to them, we could get something that's probably quite accurate. But because we don't have that option, we obviously will need to improvise and try to get as close to the design as possible. But, again, I'm sure that will entail some sacrifices as far as the actual look of the design. Again, if the blue on this was red, I would have considered using this, because that just looks really cool and very futuristic. So, I should say this, the Silver Mane costume. Ooh, okay, that is an option, honestly. I don't know about the red boots, just a little too much red on that, but... Oh, man. This is tough. This is proving a lot more challenging than I anticipated. Because I thought, especially for Iron Man, I figured it'd be pretty easy to build that design, but clearly I'm wrong about that. I almost wish that this would be recolorable as well, but again, coulda, shoulda, woulda. There's a lot of designs that would look cool if I could just change the color of this and that and this, you know, but we have to deal with what is and not what we hope it to be. Huh. That's interesting, but I feel like that's way too much red on that costume. Like, if we add that much, it kind of becomes a predominantly red costume at that point, which is not what we're going for. I forget, is the recolor? Yeah, it's just one color. Oh, man, that stinks. What if we went... Is there anything that's like black and white mostly as a design? That actually looks kind of cool too. Because I'm thinking maybe we could bring in a little bit of red using the hip pieces instead. Like if there's a white and red... Nope, that's white and pink or white and brown. That's mostly gray actually. Huh, interesting. In the preview it looks like it's white and gray, but it's mostly gray. Just trying to think like if there's some way that we could possibly like incorporate a little bit of red using that, and then that sort of would solve a lot of our issues for trying to be proper as far as like the color coordination. Yeah, that's too much blue on that. That's an interesting look. I sort of think maybe that, because then we get the red and black with the hips, right? So it kind of could work. Let's see. Let's see. I think a lot of it will be determined. Ooh, that's actually surprisingly kind of a cool look. But again, obviously can't go with that much blue on the torso. That's just way too much of a recolor. Ooh, interesting. That sort of works. That's not bad, actually. But we're looking for... Maybe there's something with like... Ooh, maybe that? Nah. It's kind of a completely different shade. It's a kind of really, really, really light blue. So, it won't work for this. But maybe something that could have potentially kind of like a Avengers logo. Ghost torso. Gamora. Ooh. I think that looks really cool. Again, it's gray. But this... Oh, this torso is almost like perfect. Seriously. That would be so good to use the Falcon torso for this. Man, I wish you could recolor it. What about this? That looks cool too. Man, I think we might have to use the Falcon torso still. I think that might be the most, like, accurate of the bunch. It just looks really, really cool for this design. But first we're going to scroll through all of them before we jump to conclusions, of course. We always have to give it the benefit of the doubt, see if there's anything that could work better. You know, but that's definitely the one I'm leaning towards, is Falcon. Either Falcon or maybe this one. Because I actually think that looks pretty cool too, the Proxima Midnight design. I think that looks kind of neat. Ooh. Now that's interesting, because it is silver, but it's not quite as bright of a silver. Or sorry, not quite as dark of a silver. It's actually a lot brighter. So that really helps the look. I almost think something like this would look pretty cool too. If there was a little bit of white in there for like the chest plate, that would work pretty well. Because most of the costume is predominantly actually... Most of the torso should be black and white and then red. So, I guess maybe we could go with like a little bit of a darker design. That would look kind of cool. Again, if there's a little bit of white in this costume, that would look really cool. Because that's the only thing that is preventing it from being the costume of choice here. Because otherwise, it would actually work pretty well. Because their torso design is kind of somewhat similar to that. That one's just a little too busy. I'm not gonna lie, I actually don't think that one looks all that bad. It's an option. I will say that much for it. It's definitely an option. But now it's kind of decision time, so we need to think here what works best for this costume. And I'm almost leaning towards this because we didn't put almost any of the black details on the legs there. I almost think that this is a good solution, because then we create a bit of a more balanced look as far as like the color is concerned. So I think that that might be the way to go here. Let's see. I want to see if we could adjust the hips to have a little bit more red, if there is any more designs that have red on them. Nope, that does not have any red. Does that one have? Nope. Oh, here we go. Okay, that could work. It's a little bit more of a bright red, at least. What about this, for example? That's interesting, because it doesn't have any of the red, but it has a better transition to the white legs. Maybe this? No. I think either Red Skull or Super Giant. Let's see. I think we have to have a little bit of that red detail there, so I think that's what we'll go with. Okay, brilliant. So abilities, I'm only going to select double tap for for flight, and then the rest of it is obviously really dependent on you personally, what you would like to add. Like, for example, blasters. That's pretty important for Iron Man, so I would imagine that's a pretty important consideration for that character. But again, it's just really up to you as far as like your preference. Did I just type in Iron Max? I did. Why did I type in Iron Max? It's like, dude, you're a little, Iron Man. There we go. There we are, ladies and gents. Iron Man completed. Well, endgame Iron Man completed, I should say, because obviously there's a lot of other designs of Iron Man in this game. This is not the only one that you can select, but that is our take on Iron Man as he is seen in the endgame suit. So, let me know what you guys think of the design down in the comment section below. I'm actually genuinely curious to hear your opinion and thoughts. If you put this design together, or sorry, if you put a design based on that concept together, you can always tweet or Instagram tag me. It's at Blitzwinger. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. I'm curious, like, if you guys can do better, worse, you know. And again, that's obviously very subjective. Some folks will think that it's a worse design. Some folks will think it's a better design. But I'm curious to hear what you guys, and see what you guys can come up with. Either way, this is my take on the, I guess, time-traveling sort of suits of the Endgame series. Let me know what you guys think. I definitely would love to try to put together maybe a Captain America or a Thor design, Black Widow design for this as well. Maybe even like an armored Thanos look. I think that would be really sick too. So let me know what you guys think. And of course, don't forget, guys, hit that like button. That is the absolute best way to let me know that you guys want to see another custom for Avengers Endgame. Like always, guys, have an absolutely fantastic day. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And as always, I will hopefully catch you guys here on the next one. Peace out. I'll see you all later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.